Hello, VOD watchers, and welcome back to SnowRunner. Today, we are trying to get the big new truck. And in order to do that, we need to clear this rock slide. I mean, I don't need to, but it would make it easier. So that's the first thing we're going to do, which needs service spare parts from up there. Which means we need to go across this ice. Service spare parts are fairly small. Can I don't think the rock gets... No, I'm gonna try and use something small. But also I'm gonna need a crane and a small bed. Why is it not paintable? It's just silly. There is no way this makes it across the ice, but let's find out. If it moves. Thank you. Which way am I going? I don't know the map yet. I haven't played it since last stream. Already having difficulties on the ice. Surprisingly enough. Considering I didn't put chain tires on it. Yep, we're gonna be sliding around a lot. High gear and send it. Go! And yes, I do want to go this way. Very, very dense snow there. Is that actually a good detour? I'm probably better off going that way, aren't I? Oh, let's try it. The game's already pointed me at it to be helpful. How nice of it. I'm sure this ice is not at all dangerous. I think I flipped here last time, didn't I? Come on. You can do it without mine. I don't want to have to take it out of high gear. High gear is fun. This is not a good detour. It is very narrow and bumpy. And icy, and full of rocks. I think I'm supposed to go down... Oh, okay, no, I can go down further along. Don't want to have to drive on the ice. Really? I like to avoid that as much as possible. Because I don't think this thing will enjoy it. I mean, I picked up something light in the hope that we can just drive over the breakable ice. I have no idea whether that plan will be at all successful. We may just sink into the ice anyway. Like that. Admittedly, this bit is quite broken. So I'm not sure that we could float it with anything. Although we've managed to climb out. So that's impressive. Little breakable triangles are going to destroy me in a minute. Or they're just going to sink. I don't think this is the most optimum route. I think straight lining it is not the way. We also seem to be carrying some ice with us. You know what, that went better than I was expecting. How do I get out? I'm going to go this way. I was expecting more difficulty from the ice. I say that and immediately just crash into the ice itself. Hopefully we shouldn't have too much difficulty in snow either. With these tyres on. What's my clothing down my arm? Oh. Still a little bit distracted there. But, you know, gotta live up to my name somehow. Oh wait, this is that horrific bit of mud that I got stuck in last time. Can I escape? Is it too late? Not too late. Now then, let's try and drive around it. This will probably not be very successful. Or we'll just damage the vehicle in the process. Oh! That worked remarkably well. Now to fall over trying to do it again. What did I literally just say? I knew it would happen. And yes, I did it anyway. Fine, you can stay there. I'm getting something else. Because I don't want to be recovering my trucks. I have so many trucks, I may as well use some more. Right, let's use something just a big heavy truck and get it done. Plaid. Yes, you're coming with me. Crane. Comically small flatbed. There we go. I'll flip the other one while I'm there. Or alternatively, I'll go a different route. Although this thing can probably make it through the mud a lot easier than the Scouts or the Croc that I just drove through it can. And I've already broken the engine. Oh well. It's fine, it still moves. It's only like a quarter of its health. I don't know if this thing has wheel drive penalty. Can't remember. Probably has some. Because I think it's got a multi-purpose gearbox. So I'm just gonna turn it off. Don't need it. And now we have to drive across the ice. And the way that goes badly. Faster, speed and power. I don't think this was the route for this vehicle. Oh, well we can just about fit. Never mind. This was the route. How do I get out of here again? Apparently there's a road ahead of me. One bit's a bit more fragile. We are just about ploughing through it though. Poor Earth Rover last time could never. And then I crashed into a train. I was hoping I'd have enough speed to just knock it over. But then the ice broke and I ran out of speed. Come on. You can move a little faster than this. Yes. Tree. Annoying, stupid trees in the way. The trees in the way. Come on. High gear, go! It's not. It's not really going. Okay, I'm nearly at the road. Oh yeah, it's just up there. Right then, on we go. Get the spare parts. No, it doesn't have an oil drive penalty. I'll have to double check that in a minute. The ice! It means I have no steering. Kind of easier to drive on the snow than on the ice. The snow doesn't stop me from steering. Microphone is slightly annoying, really. So then, adjusting my setup on the fly. What a great plan! That's not really any better. Oh, nearly crashed into the cars. You don't park a car on the outside of an icy corner. Because some giant truck may just come through and crash into you. Oh, I guess the ice did make us slow down a bit. I'll just turn all-wheel drive back on then. Let me just check real quick what the wheel drive penalty is on this thing. Gearboxes. What is this? Plaid multi-purpose. 0% oil drive penalty. Okay. I'm assuming this is the multi-purpose. I can't really remember what I put in it. In which case, I'm just going to leave the oil drive on the whole time. Because that is easier. I've got this to deal with as well, I forgot about this. Is there no better route down here? I mean, that just goes down to there, so that's not very good. Don't want to drive on the ice. What are you doing working at 6:30? That seems like a you problem. Oh, why did that stall out? Come on, let's not fall over through here. So you weren't at work, you were in your car. Aha, got you. Right. And down there somewhere I get my service rev up. Looks like it's in front of that warehouse. And then we just understeer into the crash barrier. And then we understeer into the other one. Oh, okay, this corner isn't as icy. You had a... Are you okay? Is your car okay? Is it upside down in a ditch? Or has it glitched out and the wheels have come flying off and it's gone doing, like, circles? Oh. That doesn't sound very good. Ah, yes, the suspension damage. Does your car still drive? Have you just accidentally slammed it like in SnowRunner when you break the suspension? Although I guess in SnowRunner it's a lot easier to repair your vehicle, because I can do that, and bam, now it's repaired. Uh-oh. I think you have to pay for that in real life as well. Wasn't sure I was going to make that corner. I'm not surprised. That probably would make quite a loud noise. Although I am surprised that it's fine. Yep, let's go this way. I don't like this corner. This corner feels mean. It's very cambered. Get the snow, so I have to drive around on the snow. Although this thing is pretty stable, so it should be fine. But I don't need more trucks rolled lying around on this map. There's this horrible chasm that I just have to drive over. Fortunately, there's a bridge over that one. Isn't that what whoever it was who won the local council election and the mayoral election and all of that said they're going to do? That said every single person running for any position of government in the UK ever. They always promise it every single time. So where am I going? Oh, I didn't know that was there. Didn't see it from the other angle. But yeah, they actually like repaved the road properly and not just thrown some gravel at it. Went off the drift out here on the ice in my giant off-road truck. Oh, it doesn't want to slide. Come on, kick the back end. I just kick the clutch like that's going to do something. Nah, it just understeers too much. How disappointing. Actually, yeah, I should probably get the fuel on here. Might as well. I have done better drift. There are some vehicles that will drift on normal paved surfaces that aren't icy. I think the Mac defense is just one of the slidiest things. I mean, anything once you get up to high speeds of like 100 kilometers an hour plus, they all just start sliding all over the place. As you can tell in my latest video, well, not my latest video, my second latest video. I can't remember what I've uploaded. I think it was that, I can't remember. I actually just forget. Yep, and then we go this way. High gear on hope. Come on, high gear. You can do it. Yes, make lots of turbo noise. Never mind, it didn't work. Yeah, I think they're supposed to raise like the manhole covers and stuff. They just don't like to bother because that costs them money, and we did not make that corner. It just didn't turn. You'd hope they'd come back at some point and raise the drains, but you never know. Come on, let's not plow through the ice. Please, can we actually try and climb on top of it? No? Okay, I guess we're just plowing through the ice. Back to the exciting gameplay I know you all love, of driving at half a mile an hour through some thick ice slash snow slash mud. Come on. Don't be stuck. I don't like breakable ice. I don't think it's a fun game mechanic. It's just really annoying. What I do like is complaining. Let's just follow this as far as I did first time. See if we can go around this way and have the ice less inclined to break. Yeah, that's an ish. That's not quite a it didn't break. That's a it broke less. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't take any effort for you, but it's not like it takes me much effort. I just sit there with my foot on the accelerator and hope that it moves. It's not moving. It's just making lots of turbo noise. How am I supposed to get up here? Oh, I'm not. Okay, we're just going to drive further up. Hope I can fling myself up a cliff. Very responsible driving. Oh. We don't really fit. Yeah, we can get around this problem like that. Good question. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't got that far yet. I have kind of avoided spoilers, not that this game has spoilers really, but I don't know. I don't know what we actually are doing. I mean, I guess the global objectives give it away. What are they? Oil platform built. Festival preparations finished and highway built. Oil and festival, apparently. Come on, what are we stuck on? Stupid plaid. Too big and heavy and slow for his own good. And for my good. That's really what I care about. I don't care about it, I just care about how well it can fulfill my needs. And right now, it's not doing a very good job. It's so slow. Come on! Don't fall over on the rock. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used the plaid all that much. It's one of those. It's one of my many vehicles. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I would want to go to a festival in this weather. Particularly if I physically can't get there because all of the roads are broken. Hello, we have so many people watching. This is incredible. Giddy heights of 3 people in chat. What am I stuck? Oh, it's the leg on the anchor. Spam winch and hope. Right, let's try winching that. I start at whenever I feel like it, to be honest, and I decide that I'm streaming on the day about 3 hours before I start. You think this is, yeah, the broken trees are, I mean, if you drive on them they break, but if you're pulling on them they are completely indestructible. The what is it, there's the burnt ones in Ontario that are the tiny little burnt ones that are really annoying because they just keep breaking things. The strength of things is so weird. Like, you know, you've got these little bushes at the side here that just fall over you and I touch them, and then some random burnt tree is just completely indestructible. And we're now back on the road, back on the ice, because the road is covered in ice, naturally, with the weather. Are we going to drift? No, we're just going to understand. How boring. What about this corner? Can we... No, we're not going fast enough. I'll have to get out on back defense and just see. I bought roadcraft really quickly after they put it on the store. I bought it before the demo. Oh, it's 11 days away. Wait, no. Can I count 20th? Right? There's too many thoughts in my head, and I don't know if any of them are right. Pretty sure it's the 20th. I can't be bothered to check, but we're getting close. Yeah, it's graphically better, and along with that, significantly more intensive. Right, so now that I've fixed that, what we can do is this one. Coil tubing semi-trailer from up here. Well, that bridge is broken. And that bridge is broken. That one's intact, and that one's intact. But that one's broken. So that's not going to work. We're going to have to go across here, around over this island, and up to here. I mean, that's not a terrible route. But we're going to need something big and heavy. I feel this is a job for a collab. Yeah, the demo was definitely unoptimized, and I know they have done some work since then, but I have no idea how much they've actually improved it. Maybe could use the Antarctic for this. I can't remember if you can get to the right saddle. I also don't like it because it's articulated, and articulated vehicles on a wheel just really don't feel very good. Let's get my favourite collab. Raise the suspension up by like 3 centimeters because that's going to make all the difference. And let's see, can I remember where the path I need to go down is? I think it's just a kind of next generation kind of game. It's just that it's a new game basically. It's a new game from what is not really an indie developer. Obviously not an indie publisher either. So it's just gonna be like that. So it looks good if you can run it, but yeah, it's not easy to run, and lots of people just aren't going to be able to. Fortunately, the most expensive thing in my possession is my PC, so it can run it. But how high I can have the graphics, I'm not entirely sure. I'm above recommended, just, well, for some things. For some things I'm significantly above the recommended, for some things I'm just above recommended. The recommended specs are a bit weird, but I should be able to run on at least high. But I don't know what the graphics are actually going to look like compared to the demo. I don't know how well it's going to record and stream, because obviously I want to do that, but we'll see how intensive it is. Because if I can run it on high, that does not mean that I can stream it on high. See, I've played too much Scrap Mechanic to complain about playing a PowerPoint presentation, because sometimes Scrap Mechanic just is PowerPoint presentation simulator, and I have built way too many things that are way too big for the game to actually handle over my many years of playing the game, and I am just used to the fact that it lags a lot. Which way am I going? Not that way, we're going this way. But that's a scrap mechanic issue, not a hardware issue. Like, it does not matter what hardware you are running, scrap mechanic will still perform badly, given a large complex thing. The game just is like that. The Flying Dutchman I was building like 3 or 4 years ago, still around, still sitting there waiting for me to come back to it and finish it, and I'm still waiting for the game to be optimized more. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but currently it gives me 20 FPS on simple physics. Yeah, I have thought about working, but considering that scrap mechanic does pretty poorly on the channel anyway, I'm not convinced I want to invest in a whole different game if no one wants to watch it anyway. The scrap mechanic video, even though it's SnowRunner related, is my worst performing video in quite a while. In fact, I think it's got less views than last week's stream. So yeah, I wish lots of things would do better on the channel, but YouTube is mean, and YouTube doesn't like it when I upload things that aren't exactly the same as what I uploaded last time. And I mean, I'm not doing YouTube for money. I don't get paid, but like, I still want to do things that get views. It's not much point in me investing my time and effort into something that I'm not just doing for fun. If you know I'm going to watch it, you know. I mean, to be honest, building those things in scrap mechanic was just that I feel like doing it. I'm going to do it, and let's see if I can make a video out of it. But and then I had some ideas for other stuff that I could make in scrap mechanic, but I don't know, the motivation that I briefly had to play scrap mechanic left when I realised just how laggy the things I was building were. Because I want to build in as much detail as possible, and that was too much for the poor game, and it cried. But I do play various games not on the channel, just for a bit of fun. I haven't played it in a while, but I used to play the finals quite a lot. I don't think I've played it in a few months now. Sometimes it was fun, sometimes it wasn't. Then also I played the scrap mechanic. I played Railroad Online. I put that on the channel a few times. Never really performed that well, so I haven't bothered too much of my latest playthrough. Although my latest playthrough did get me all the Steam achievements, and that was painful. And one of them is a 0.01% like rarity, like 0.01% of other people who have played the game have this achievement, which tells you something about how stupid it is, because you've got to deliver 100 gold ingots, and that doesn't sound like much, but that is a ridiculous quantity of raw materials you've got to deliver to the gold mine and then deliver to the other places in the chain. And I don't know, I felt like it, so I did it, but not something that does well enough on the channel for me to bother. There's also a certain amount that I seem to have found with YouTube, where uploading things that don't do well is typically worse than not uploading things. That's why I tend to only upload every couple of weeks, because if I upload once a week and half my videos don't do very well, that's just worse. YouTube just goes, you're doing badly, we're not going to recommend you to anybody, and that is sad, but that is how YouTube works. Oh, and also, I am still thinking about and kind of working on the SnowRunner truck category improvement video. Unfortunately, nobody has actually said anything to the poll, so I'm going to have to make them up myself. Trying to think of a few different options for better ways to categorize trucks in SnowRunner, rather than the nonsense we have at the moment. And then, you know, I kind of give some examples of, oh, we could do it like this. And, you know, kind of compare different ways that we could be doing it better. Because I hate the scoring system, as I say very, very frequently. Typically, YouTube recommends based on what it's got available, and what is getting views currently, and what you watch. So, if you are like me and you make sure that you avoid ridiculously high energy, late, fake YouTube kind of people, I don't get recommended it. But if you go anywhere near it, it starts appearing on your feed, and I have to say not interested every time it pops up, because I don't want to watch random real life people doing stupid things. No, actually that's a lie. I do watch. I did a thing. What is it? I can't remember. But there's a lot of content on YouTube that I don't care for, and I make sure I avoid it, and it generally stays away from me. But there is simply not the market for a random person playing a game and building a couple of vehicles from a different game that are pretty obscure. I mean, a few people have, because they're both on Steam Workshop, and a few people have looked at the Twin Stick, and that's got some subscriptions, which is pretty cool. But the other one, the what is it, Treckle 39294, aka the YAR87. I mean, it's obscure even within SnowRunner. It's like just no one is looking at it. But kind of, that's what I like. I like my very niche things, and I like to cross the niches over. Like SnowRunner and Scout Mechanic. How on earth am I going to get this out of here? Because there's a building in the way. We're just going to have to grind forwards and bounce over it. I'll go have a look at the SnowRunner categories in a second when I'm back at the garage. Your categories are highway, heavy duty, heavy, off-road, and scout. Except that heavy duty used to be the kind of American trucks that are basically just semi-trucks that aren't in the highway category. Some of them arguably should be in, some of the highway ones arguably shouldn't be in highway, but there's a bit of a vague crossover there. And then they started just kind of not putting the ones that used to be there in there, and like the Western Stars should, the like 49Xs and the 47X and should definitely be in the heavy duty category. For some reason they're in heavy, and that makes no sense whatsoever. Like they're just as much normal American semi trucks as the rest of the heavy duty category. So why are they heavy? What is this ice? Why is there just a giant pointy bit of ice? And then the heavy category is just the, we didn't know where to put it, but it's quite big category, which arguably has some significant overlap with off-road, but then off-road also has all the light off-roaders that are just kind of thrown in there for fun, because there's definitely a crossover between the lightest off-road vehicles and the heavier scouts. Things like Action Warthog 6566A, Steppe Crocodile are all significantly smaller than some other stuff in the off-road category, and I would argue that they should be in a different category along with the Burlak and the Ford F-750 and the Lodestar, because they can carry cargo. I don't see how you can really call it a scout when it can carry cargo. Is that not defeating the point of being a scout? Would it be better if I went up and over rather than around? Yeah, I don't know if I can make this corner anyway, so I guess we're going straight on. But I kind of feel they should just ditch the categories and just let us sort them how we want to. Like, you know, let us put them in folders or something. Like, let us create our own categories. Or maybe just sort them by manufacturer or something like that. I mean, half of them come from fictional manufacturers and only have one vehicle, but I don't know. We are so gonna fall over. Okay, no, never mind, we recovered it. Yeah, I mean, the problem with any categorization is there's going to be a lot of blurry lines between them because they're never going to fit neatly into the boxes. There's always going to be some that are half in between and not neatly fitting into one category because there's such a variety of vehicles in the game that that's just never going to happen. But you could still do a significantly better job than the ones we have now. And a lot of that simply comes down to the fact that they've been so inconsistent with their application of the categories. So many things I'm like, why is this here? This should be somewhere else. It just doesn't make sense for this to be in the category it's in. Like, why is the Royal BM17 in off-road? It doesn't even have a diff lock. Why is it not in heavy duty or even highway? I mean, arguably it's better off-road than most vehicles in the highway category, but the GMC 9500 is in highway, and I'm pretty sure that's a little more competent. I have a lot of views in total because I have quite a few videos, and some of them have quite a few views. Unfortunately, not everybody who's watched them is subscribed. Is there a rock fall on this path? Really? You just had to do that to me, game. Okay, well, there's no way this goes wrong. Avoiding action must be taken. You can't see, but I am looking rather surprised if this works. Unfortunately, you cannot see my facial expression because I canonically don't exist. Come on, get up this random little rock. I think I have more total views than 4Hewer, and that's just nice. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Oh no, never mind. I'm going to be responsible Sometimes I do put background music on. It's just a case of background music and engine noise. I don't like it. I don't like it when there is background music and engine noise because it really just clashes in my ears, and I can only imagine that it does the same thing for other people because I'm definitely normal. Where's something that can get a good crane? Yeah, let's just grab a mastodon. Where are my mastodons? I know I have a load of them lying around somewhere. Am I just blind? There they are. Somehow I enjoy it. And I have enjoyed it for most of my over 1,000 hours. I've spent far too much of my life playing this tormenting game. I'm really probably just playing the vehicles because I'm a big fan of big quirky trucks and things like that, you know. I like trains as well. What can I say? Like I love these kind of vehicles that this game has. There's so many cool trucks that just either don't exist in any other game ever, or sometimes barely even exist on the internet at all, and yet they're just here in this game, and you can drive them around. My Summer Car is one of those games that I've looked at, and I've thought about playing, and I'm just like, do I really want to commit to another game that is going to endlessly torment me? There are a number of games I would like to dabble in, but I do not have the time or the money to be buying every game that I want to play slightly, so I don't. Instead, I just play more SnowRunner and of other games that I already own. Playing Card Life earlier. That's a name you haven't heard in a few years, if you've ever heard of it at all. Yeah, I'm not sure I need a game that gets me addicted. I do have other commitments on my time. Fortunately. I'm glad that I have other things to be doing with my life. I'm trying to not yap too much, which is kind of difficult, because I'm talking to myself, basically. I can't see you guys. I mean, I know you're there and you're listening. $47. How much money have you spent on games you haven't played? I say that like I'm not also guilty of doing that. I have my fair share of games that I probably didn't need to buy. let me quick check real quick. You can't see this because it's Steam. Right. Games, where are they? Unplayed. Me. How do I? Oh, I'm lost. Oh yeah, turn off that. go into unplayed. No, don't sort it like that. I can never work out how to operate this. I want to... No, I want to get only my games, because I don't want to steal the Steam family ones. Played. I then just uncategorize it. That's so annoying. Steam, you're stupid. It just goes, my game. Yeah, I know that they're my games. But they're not all my games. They are literally not all my games. How do I... I'm so bad at operating this. No, they are literally not my games. Steam is lying to me. Steam keeps telling me that these are my games when they're not my games. Mine. I'm just gonna literally just gonna create directly for this. No, don't do that. Oh, I can't even do this. Stupid thing. Why is Steam library so annoying? How do I even delete this thing? Go away. No, delete. Remove collection. It just goes, yes, these are all your games. These are not. Half of these are Steam family. Typically games sit in my 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 wish list for a while. Until I think about it. Yeah, it's not telling me how many actually games from my library. Surely there's a way to filter this. I don't understand. Oh, there we go. No, that didn't do anything. I'm sure this is very exciting to watch. Wait, hang on. No, I can go to my profile. Yes, I'm smart. I own 69 games. How many are you think? Okay, I have various Half-Life games I'm yet to get round to. Human Fall Flat I bought and haven't got around to because I don't have enough friends. Obviously I haven't played Roadcraft yet. Oh, nothing else on here that I've actually paid for and haven't played. The other stuff is random free things. Although there are some games that I paid for and haven't played very much of, which is kind of similar. But I don't have 47 unplayed games. That is just silly. I end up spending the money on SnowRunner DLC. Well, no, it's not that bad because I buy the year passes. So I've only spent like 100 quid on the game. Although that's not that bad when I have 1,000 hours. So, you know, I've only spent like £1 every 10 hours, which is better value than you get from most things. I don't think I can go anywhere and pay that little for your time to do anything else. Yeah, the games I haven't played much of are not big expensive ones. They are some random little indie games that I thought looked cool, bought for £5, played an hour off and got bored. I'm not just buying 47 AAA games. Wonder if I can use the crane to get it over this rubble. Or this rock wall. But for a lot of people, money is less of a thing and less of a problem. Because wealth inequality. Thank you, Mastodon, for whacking your nose on the floor as you do every time you go anywhere. So as most games that I buy now, I'm not actually buying on the Steam store. I am buying them from external places that sell them at cheaper prices because I don't want to spend money. I forgot how bad the camera is. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, I want to wince. Can you not see where my mouse is looking? Thank you. What's the controls again? This doesn't seem to be doing anything. The crane is powerless in the face of incredibly heavy thing. Ooh, we're going to flip the Mastodon doing this. I forgot how awful these things are to write if you flip them. To my amazement, I have still managed to avoid giving Todd Howard 40 quid for Oblivion, the remaster. I really want to play it, but it's a lot of money, and I've managed to avoid spending it so far. And it's been kind of getting long enough now that I won't spend it, and I'll just not buy it until it goes on a big sale, like how I bought the original Oblivion and Morrowind, because they were on sale for like £2. Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls, that's something that I don't play on the channel, but I do play in my spare time. I have like 500 hours of Skyrim. It's not a huge amount, but I love Skyrim. But again, not the sort of thing that would fit on the channel, and therefore YouTube would not be a fan. But also I'm not sure what I like doing, and it is particularly content worthy anyway. I am just rotating the trailer, aren't I? Wonderful. Should I just fling this off a cliff? That is probably the easiest solution right now. No, I'll disconnect it from the other one. You get detached, but I might be able to flip it. And then I'm just going to try and push this. Skyrim is one of the best games of all time. And I'm not sure whether liking Starfield means that you will either hate it, or you will realise how much better it is and love it. I guess the question is, are the things you like about Starfield the things that everybody else hated, and how am I pulling this with me? I have managed to, like, weld it to the back of my truck. What is going on? Ah yes, physics. There we go, I've finally freed it. I was not expecting to flip this so soon, I will be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm ultimately more of a fantasy person. Which is why I like Skyrim. And it's not like I don't like sci-fi, it's just sci-fi games I just don't quite like as much. What are the buttons? Having played... Why is this not working? Having played Roadcraft demo and now trying to go back to the crane system in this game, not having a great time with the controls. Because I'm one of the 5 people who actually like the Roadcraft system. Please don't fall over again. I switched back to this truck, forgetting that it was still lying on the floor. I am never going to play Elden Ring, like I am never going to play any other Souls game, because the suffering of that is very different in my mind to the suffering of SnowRunner, and I enjoy this, and I would not enjoy that. Some may say that they are quite similar. That is a comparison that I have seen made, but not for me. I am definitely not a Souls player. Oh, it's gonna fall over. Stupid thing. Did not want to wait to that, actually. I want to wait to this. And rotate it. Again, more games I haven't played. There are a lot of games out there I haven't played. Come on. Yes. Yay! We're back on the wheels! Can I reach? I can't reach. Gonna have to try and feed some fuel into the cola as well, because it's gonna run out. Perhaps I should have tried to clear this first, but I think there's various other tasks in the way that involve the second map. I was having a little nosy around on Map Runner. Just to see what the infrastructure tasks would involve. And there's some contracts that require the other map before I can fix any of the bridges. Which is far from ideal. Don't like when they do that. I wanted to complete my map. I like to complete the maps sequentially, but they don't want you to do that. See, with SnowRunner, you can recover. It may take you several hours, but you can always pick things back up, put things back on their wheels, and sort things out. Whereas in a Souls-like game, you just you get killed, and then you gotta start again. I mean, not unless it's some horrific roguelike as well. You know, I guess we were playing on some kind of hardcore mode. We're probably not starting all the way from the very beginning, but you then do the same thing again. Whereas with this, I went up there, it didn't work, I fell over, so I go on it, and now we're going a different way. Where I will also encounter difficulty and probably fall over, but let's not mention that. I just did, never mind. Although I do like to sometimes play really stupid Skyrim challenges, which are stupidly difficult and require you to do the same thing over and over again, but not in the same way as Souls-like combat. Normally it's something really stupid, like only fighting with certain things that are in fact not very effective. My camera controls is the hat for left and right, except that it does this. This is me mashing the button. If I tap it once, it does this. So I just use the mouse. I am using wheel and pedals and mouse. Roadcraft demo hated it. Could not fathom the fact that somebody would ever do that, and was very glitchy about it. But this is how I have always played it. It's so much easier when I can move the camera around freely, and the game doesn't complain about the fact that I am using 3 input devices at the same time, and then I use the shifter as well. I don't know why the up and down on the hat don't actually work with the camera up and down. They never have. I have the same kind of controls for expeditions, and that works the same. It lets me use both at once. Sometimes things get a little confused, and we just randomly stall for the fun of it. Mostly I'm using wheel is just kind of the menus. Sometimes I use wheel. Well, no, the functions menu I normally use wheel. The like other menus I tend to use mouse keyboard. Sometimes I use the garage and wheel if I particularly feel like mashing down on the D-pad. Oh, that's another thing I want for my truck categories. I want a search function, please. Know what I want. And I have to scroll through 50 trucks in the category to find it. It's just annoying. Obviously the game was not designed for you to have somewhere over 100 vehicles. But it is a little annoying. Where am I going? Oh, we're going to run out of fuel. I forgot to pick up fuel from the Mastodon. Oh well, I'll bring out something with some fuel on it. I wonder if the Cat 770G will make it. Now I'm going to have to try and find out. That's going to be fun. Because I want to know now. Come on. Oh, you're going to move? Thank you. Oh, we're definitely not going to make it with this much fuel. Let's look where I'm going. Definitely not. Not my phone while driving. We're not gonna get that close because we're over here and I've got to go across the ice down here and then round this bit of road to get down to here. So it's not like we're going to run out just before we get there. Where can go? No. We were probably always going to need more fuel because Kolob with a massive oiled tubing semi-trailer does in fact drink fuel. So ideally I would get as far across the ice as I can to reduce the chances of the Cat 770G just dying and getting stuck in the ice, which is going to happen no matter what. The question is how far. How far does it make it, and how many vehicles do I have to throw at it for it to actually get there? Surprisingly, this thing isn't even stuttering yet. I thought it would have started having some issues. May get a little bit stuck here. Or we're actually going to make it out of the ice? Now that I've said that, obviously we're not going to. No, there's no path here. The path is further up. We're not making it out of the ice. That's not the right gear position. That's where low plus is, not low. I know where I put my gears on my gear stick, definitely. Okay, now we're running out of fuel. My favourite game overall has got to be Portal 2. I love Portal and Portal 2 and Portal 2 especially. I have played it many times. I mean, it's far from my like most played game or anything, but it's one of those games I can always go back to and just have fun. It's just enjoyable to play, and I love the story and I love the characters. As you can tell by the fact that the little, you can't see my cursor, but the actually I was just gonna turn that on. It's gonna enable my mouse real quick. Where is it? Capture cursor. Yes, you can see up here. I have. It's not animated here. On Steam, it's animated. It just doesn't show up animated on games. But that's FactSphere from Portal 2. FactSphere, yay! And I don't know if you have looked, but my Steam and my Discord and my YouTube all have various FactSphere quotes because I love FactSphere. FactSphere has never told any lies. 100%. But now it is time for my least favourite vehicle in the entire game to come and prove its absolute worthlessness. We didn't make the corner. Also, I've got to put SnowRunner and Beam and Minecraft, my top 3 most played games in reverse order, on that list of favourite games somewhere. They're up there, which is not surprising considering I have over 1,000 hours of all of them and over 2,000 hours of Minecraft somewhere. Oh boy, do I love the Cat 770G. I think the first time I played them would have been on Steam Family Library Sharing. What are you stuck on, you stupid piece of junk? Then obviously I bought them because I love them too much. I don't actually have either of them Steam Perfect, which is kind of funny. Useless lump of metal. I hate this thing so much. Why am I doing this to myself? To prove the point. To prove the point that this thing is absolutely garbage and should never have been added to the game. It exists for that one mission in Yukon and that one mission in Yukon alone. It's not even a good refuel vehicle. Interesting. I have never played any version of Minecraft other than Java Edition, which sounds really like off. I'm not absolutely a Java Edition purist. I do think it's better than Bedrock because Bedrock is a buggy mess, but and also has a marketplace, and I don't like that. But mobile is, from what I've seen, not too bad. Why does this thing have the turning radius of a container ship? Actually, no, it has a far worse turning radius. Even without boats. This thing needs some. Normally, what I use this vehicle for is parking it outside the garage as an easy refuel point. And that's it. It sits there. It drives 100 meters to park outside the garage. And then I don't touch it. I hate this thing so much. Anytime it's like, oh, what's your least favorite vehicle in SnowRunner? I wonder. This thing that I hate, absolutely despise with a passion. What are you stuck on? All-wheel drive? What's that? We can't go on the ice, and we can't go on the snow either. It's not even turning in the slightest. In fact, I think it's turning the other way slightly. All the fuel, except it'll take all of it because it's so slow. And the all-wheel drive, or lack thereof, is just awful. Actually just stuck in the snow now. I mean, I've got a bunch more litres in the fuel tank in the back, but having 530 litres of fuel very much doesn't redeem this thing from the fact that it is absolutely incompetent and useless in every other way. I mean, obviously, we're not using it in the conditions it's designed for. It's a quarry vehicle. It's designed to work on like gravel roads, big, wide gravel roads, not ice and snow. So, I mean, I can't exactly hold that against it, but in terms of SnowRunner, it's just pretty useless. Refuel. Fuel trailer. I mean, yeah, sure, refuel me while you're at it. There we go. Right now you can go get stuck in the ice, I don't care. Or park somewhere kind of out the way. And off we go again. How far have we got to go? Okay, it's just a bit. Like, it's just over here, I mean. The next leg of the journey starts over here. And I'll probably roll it again. I haven't used any of my twin steers yet. What am I doing? I delivered some cargo without using a twin steer. Quick, I must buy 5 more. I own many Western Star 6900 twin steers. I have heard of it, and I vaguely recognise the name. But I have also heard of various other Star Thing games, and I'd probably get them all confused. Oh yeah, that one. I've heard things about this. And we're probably getting GTA 6 and even Elder Scrolls 6 before it, right? As is the mandatory joke. Except that we now actually have a release date for GTA 6, so that joke doesn't work quite as well anymore. I'm sure it's a year away, but like, you know. Have they actually announced something with Star Citizen? Or is it just still sitting there, definitely being developed? And they definitely didn't just run off with the money. Single player game. They've actually made progress? Wow. I thought that was going to be one of those things that just never actually comes along. Like Portal 3. I so hope that if they do make a Portal 3, they don't do any like advertising or promotion for it, or any like announcements about it, like with the Oblivion remaster. You know, just like a little leak a week before, and then just appears out of nowhere. That would be so funny. I've always kind of wanted to get into those spacey games. I just haven't, because there's quite a few of them. I mean, I've played like No Man's Sky a bit. Never really got into it because I couldn't follow the story. It was just I was trying to follow the story and like play through the story, and I was just completely lost the whole time, and then it just kind of dumped me and didn't tell me what was going on, and I was like, I don't feel like the story has been concluded, but then there wasn't anything else it was telling me to do, and I'm like, is it over? I might have a look actually, if I don't have to pay money for it. May the 15th, 27. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can do the first 5 days, but the last 7 days happen to have a certain other game. Oh no, I've got the sign in my bumper. We're so dead. Right, let's just try and deal with this quickly. That despawned it. Was that far enough away? Yeah, okay, it's fallen out. Right, good. Yeah, it gave the impression that it was going to be story driven, and then just kind of had the world's vaguest story, and then at the end of it I was like, what am I supposed to do? You haven't actually told me what I'm doing, and I don't know how to play this game as a kind of sandbox or a open world survival game, because the story had been kind of guiding me but not doing a very good job of it. So then when the story just kind of faded out, I was like, what do I do then? That was a bit disappointing. And then I couldn't really bother to put in all the grinding. Yeah, it's. I'm sure there's some really interesting lore, but again, I just couldn't really get into it, and it just didn't. The story just didn't really grab me at all. I felt like I was just kind of following along with it until it just ceased existing, and then I'm just kind of lost. Space Engineers is another one that I've tried to get into, but Space Engineers has no tutorial and is far too complicated. Why is it has no tutorial? It has like 20 hours of YouTube videos you can watch that count as a tutorial, and I don't count that as a tutorial. I count that as watching 20 hours of explanation YouTube videos. So another one that I just haven't really been able to get into. I find it much easier to get into games like Skyrim and Oblivion and things that have more of a defined story and a fantasy. Space Engineers is interesting. If I could magically learn how to play the game properly, I would enjoy it. I don't want to commit 50 hours of my life attempting to learn it. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to Space Engineers 2. I've seen that it exists, and then I kind of forgot about it. I should probably keep an eye on it. Yet another unreleased game to add to my Steam wishlist. My Steam wishlist has far too many unreleased games on it. It's mostly just please notify me when these games do things. Except that half the time I'm watching the devlogs anyway. Where am I actually taking this now that I'm here? I don't know. Somewhere over there. Okay, let's go this way. Did I whack it? Oh, I managed to not whack it on the edge of the building. That's impressive. Oh, and it's right there. How can you buy 47 games you haven't played and still have 132 more that you want to buy? How are there that many games on the Steam store that you like? I mean, I guess I'm quite stingy with my wishlist. Where's the... Let's just use the F750, that's probably the easiest thing to do. Where is it? Again, search function would be appreciated. But no. We don't talk about them. Yeah, how does someone who's employed and how does someone who's employed and has a job have enough time to ever actually play all these games, huh? Hmm? Explain that one. I feel like my microphone is constantly in the wrong place, and I keep adjusting it, but I think that just makes it even worse audio-wise. Whoops. Come on, cutting time. Maybe you should just stop paying attention to new and upcoming games. I feel like perhaps that is the solution. Yeah, buy the game when you have the time. Right? You know, makes sense? Rather than buying the game on the assumption that one day you will play the game. Buy the game when that day comes. Unless it's on like 98% off or something. This is really not a good shortcut. The road is so close over there. This is just stupid. Just have compulsion to take all the shortcuts I can. Can we drift? Can we drift? Nope, we can just understeer into a wall. Well, all 47 of them. So much understeer on the ice. Why? Why is it so understeering? That's you haven't played them. That's just silly. Come on, spin the wheels, but let's stick it in high. Can we do it? Can we drift it in high? High gear drifting is where it's at. Good to know. How slowly is slowly? Lower rate than you buy them? Oh wait, I may have brought the wrong vehicle. We should have enough fuel. Because you just have to get all the endings. Refuel. Refrac. Okay, sure. Utility mount. Custom pickup bed. Yay. Unlock elephant. Which one's a custom pick? Oh, the custom pickup bed is the... Okay, I'd rather have them in... Oh well, never mind, it's not like it matters anyway. Aha! And we have finally, after hour and a half, got ourselves Yes, that's reverse. It's longer than I thought it was. I thought it was shorter than this. Yep, it is. It is the elephant. I don't have... Actually, I do have the upgrade. They're just not applied. I think it gets active suspension. So... we have 2 spare wheels? Yes, we have 1 on each side. 380 fuel. Let's drive it up to the garage because I feel like it. Ah, it has... It appears it does have the Navistar exhaust problem of they output into the camera. The most annoying thing with the Navistar, Navistar? No, I can't remember, is the exhaust output being directly into the camera, so you can't see where it's going half the time. We do seem to be slightly suffering from this. I'll have to see if I can put some different exhausts on, as much as it would pain me to not have cool little flap caps, because I love the little flap caps, they're so cool. Not sure they're entirely necessary, but I think they look cool. I don't think I've actually played a multiplayer game in quite a while. As in, like, a online kind of random people multiplayer game. I mean, I've played some repo, but that's not, at least not yet, not with randoms. But I haven't played the finals in ages. Not that that's ever been on the channel. Yeah, I think I would too, which is why the only games that I haven't actually played that are in my library are either free or I got as part of very cheap bundles, like the entire Half-Life collection, like £2. Obviously I haven't played Blue Shift and Opposing Force and Source, so they're just kind of sitting there, and I will probably never play them, because why would I want to play Half-Life Source? Cyberpunk is one of those games like GTA that I can kind of see the appeal, but it's not something that I will ever actually get around to playing. I was the recent GTA 6 trailer and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not bothering with that. Hello, are we going to steer? Yeah, I played through Half-Life 1 a couple of years ago now, and then I've been meaning to play Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and, you know, for a while, but I just haven't. I actually really liked Half-Life 1. I mean, obviously it's dated. You can tell that it's dated. But for its time, the kind of the gameplay and sort of the conventions that it follows are really quite ahead of its time. Like, you know, sort of the UI is a bit weird, but also a lot more familiar than most other games for the 90s. Right, some of the game was a bit painful. The ammo management is an interesting gameplay decision, but Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly old Valve game. Oh, on Steam Deck, it's probably got its own issues. Um, why are we breaking? Um, but yeah, that's like it's just like the game is already a little bit buggy. Why would I want to play Half-Life Source? What is the advantage of putting it on Source Engine? Wow, how does that make you feel? You're so you have so many games and you don't even play them. What gearbox do I use? Multi-purpose. That's the fastest one. Yay! I like driving faster. What have we got? MSH threes. Sell those junk. Spare wheels, obviously. Socks. Where are they? Where does that go? Where does the air filter go? Where is it? I have lost it. Um. Where actually is this flat air filter? It just doesn't exist. It's just the air filter delete button. Huh? That's that's an interesting one. The flat cap just deletes it. I mean, these are probably slightly taller, so I'll use those. Ooh, get those, and get the crane, and get the saddle, because it's not like it does anything else. Um, can't have those, we can have those. I love putting lights on things. Dock. I mean, I feel like that's just objectively better. Aha! Here is the solution. That. Now it will not be in my face. What rooms do I put on these? I can't remember what my standard is. I think it was those. Let me just check real quick. How many have we got? Oh, it's just MSH1, so okay. Right then, paint it in the colour scheme. And put that in it. There we go. Oh, it gets the hood ornaments. Not that I care or ever use them. Not like I ever use windshield stickers, X0 stickers, or stickers either. Yippee! This thing looks huge. Like we put it next to the Kenworth, and it's so huge. Hang on, let's just park these next to each other real quick. I didn't realise how big it. I mean, it's called the Elephant for a reason, I guess. But massive. It didn't feel that big when I was driving it. Oh, this thing is absolutely huge. That is a chunky front end. What other notoriously large vehicles do I have? I'm for the twin steer. And the twin steer, and the twin steer, and the twin steer, and the twin steer, and the twin steer. Like, you know what would be funnier? A normal car. Here we have a car. Oh my goodness, it's huge. And what are the shadows doing? This just looks ridiculous. This thing's on like lifted suspension and stuff. And it's just absolutely looked down on. Like if I go into the Sleiter here. Oh, I didn't set its horn, hang on. Oh, that's boring. There's something in front of me? I can't tell. I can just about see the roof rack. You know, you could definitely just not even notice that you're driving into something. It's not like it drives any slower. Oh, I think we're now climbing over it. Look at the sparks. I'm sure the vehicle is not being crushed whatsoever. I genuinely can't tell. Oh. I have made the game angry. Oh, okay, we are literally eating it. Not sure this is good for its health. Consuming small Soviet cars is probably not a good part of the diet. Anyway, let's tidy up, shall we? And not leave random rolled things lying around. Or, alternatively, I could leave random rolled things lying around. And that seems like more fun. I'm going to pick up the Kenworth, though. Okay, right, you can get tidied away, and you can get tidied away, and let me just inspect my collection of twin steers real quick. I'm gonna do a twin steer head count. You see, I think from the cab you would be so far away you wouldn't be able to see where it is, so you'd have a very hard time actually hitting it. Oh, I've run out of space in my garage. Western Star 6900, Western Star 6900, Western Star 6900, Western Star 6900, Princeton. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just find it mildly amusing. To put a load of twin steers in the same place. I'm sure the game will not get angry about it at all. Now, the rest of the twin steers. Twin steer. Again, I would like a search function, please, because I have one of every vehicle in the game, plus duplicates of some. So there's quite a few things in my garage. And scrolling through them takes a little while. Surely I have more twin steers than this. Yes, I do. I have one more. You mean I only have 10? I thought I had more than that. This will not do. No, I don't have a job. I am in fact a student with probably too much time. Twin steer. Twin steer. Where are my twin steer? Twin steer. Why are there so many tire options? The elephant is already pink. Did you miss it? The elephant was made pink as soon as it entered my garage. They're all useless junk. On that one. Delete more stuff. Which one do I use? Normal one? Normal exhaust. There are two yellow no, 3 yellow vehicles. Which is this caterpillar. I would love to make it not yellow, but you are not allowed to paint it because you know how caterpillar construction vehicles have an obsession with being yellow, and you only ever see them in yellow. This is because they are only available in yellow, and they did not give licensing to SnowRunner to have the vehicles appear in the game in any colour other than yellow. Yeah, because Caterpillar just be like that. It's really annoying, and sometimes I want to remove them from my garage for it. However, then I wouldn't have one of everything in the game, and that's more important to me. Why am I buying more twin steers? I don't know. I have an addiction to buying twin steers. I now have 12 of them. I'm sure they'll get used. I do regularly just throw twin steers at problems until they fix themselves. And now we have more twin steers. Let's just create the twin steer supernova. It's so annoying that it's yellow. Like, why? It's like, why? Why did you have to be like that? I would rather have unlicensed versions that let me paint them than have them like this. I don't really care if it's officially licensed from Caterpillar. What I want is for it to be pink. Now, where am I going to park all these? Because this garage isn't big enough. I mean, I can try. It's just a white, solid white outline of a twin steer. I wonder if I can park them the other way around. Or are they too long to fit? They may be a bit long. That's not the right idea. Bonk. Bonk. Pivot. Love how that works. You see, the thing is, whenever I need to deliver 4 slots of cargo, I use a twin steer. And then the twin steer stays on the map. And it just sits there until I need a vehicle in that area. And then when I next need to deliver 4 slots of cargo, I use another twin steer. And I just buy another one if I don't have one spare. So that's how I ended up with 10 of them. I bought a couple more because I felt like it. Change truck. Twin steer, twin steer, twin steer, twin steer, twin steer. Would you like a twin steer or twin steer, twin steer, twin steer, twin steer? Your options are twin steer. That's just kind of funny. I don't think they're going to fit over here. And they also don't turn sharp enough to be parked easily. Somehow they still turn sharper than the scrap mechanic version. What is the lighting? Why is the lighting of the other vehicle dependent on my position relative to the light? How have I not noticed that before? The solution to most problems in this game is more twin steers. If one twin steer falls over, have you tried using another twin steer? And now I am just parking them in a line for literally no reason. Probably don't need to flip on. That probably just hinders my turning radius. I can't see. Who put a building in the way? Ignore the fact that I'm just grinding up against all the other ones. Building is rather in the way. I'm not sure what you need a thumbnail, it's just a line of twin steers for, but okay. Hit it. And that's how you park a car. I wonder if we'll ever get a tri-steer on the topic of quadruple steer. I mean, it's not impossible. We have 10 by 10s. Maybe one day we'll get a 12 by 12 and it'll have 6 steering wheels. That would be pretty cool. I'm sure the Soviets built something like that. If only you could park your car by doing this in real life. I guess if you did it with a twin steer, you would just push the building behind you over. Jeez. Well, I'm on. I'm on. How dare you? I'll be wasting fuel like that. Rotate. Yep. So clean. The way that it just spins on the spot. they're definitely gonna end up in the red zone. I'm gonna have to put some of them somewhere else. How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9th. Okay. Yes, multiple screenshots are definitely going to be taken of this. Because this is just too stupid not to. The funny thing is, I have genuinely had 10 twinses out on a map before. Like, I have genuinely used 10 twinses. Whether or not I'll actually get around to using 12 is a different question. The map. Oh, they're all overlapping a bit on the map. Whoops. What have I got here? Oh, that's not very helpful. Looks like I've only got a few left. Not that there's actually any good way of telling. Okay, let's park some of these somewhere. But then they won't be in line. I want to have them in a line. Maybe I go around and park them the other way. That might work. Because the buildings I'm parking them up against end, and then I'm in the garage exit zone, and the game doesn't like it when you put things there. I don't particularly want the game to explode on me. So instead, I'm going to go around here and attempt some precision twin stick maneuvering. Why is my wheel so much force feedbacky? It's awkward. Ah, I can just drive over that. That makes things easier. Oh, it did slightly damage it. Oh well, it's fine. I have another 11 twin sitters. I wish I could. However, I think the game would simply explode if I tried. I also don't have a nice little ramp, unfortunately. Otherwise, I definitely would. Well, there's only a couple left now. Yes, there is exactly a couple left. I fear that if I do stack them on top of each other, I will come back to the game next time, and they will be halfway across the map. Because that's the sort of thing that SnowRunner tends to do when it doesn't know where things are. And I can just so see that happening. Ooh, slightly bonked it. I'm gonna align this. Oh no. These ones are dented. Oh well. Stop doing that. There's just the Gorby is just going to sit over there now until I remember to move it. And I don't want to right now, so it's gonna stay there. It's not like it's useful for anything. Tiny little scout. Basically just useless in this game, because this game hates light vehicles. Just drive over it. Drive through that. Whoops. Yeah, you may have guessed what my favourite vehicle in the game is. It's just a complete guess. Based on nothing at all. Who put these silos in the way? Right, Right, let's mess around with this. Alright, manual. Focus on the first one. To the back one. And then that down something reasonable. Oh, this looks so stupid. Let me just go down a bit. Not that far. Yes. Ah, the camera doesn't go far enough. Quick, change to the one over there. Just a sea of twin steer. Oh no. I don't want to have a Mr. Beast thumbnail. That's just embarrassing. And like, I bought 12 twin steers for some really stupid reason. Clickbait video title, throw incredibly excited looking face on it. I'm going to leave these here now, and every time I need one, I'm just going to take it from here. Because they're just cool. They're just too cool. Twin stairs, I love them. I love the twin steer. You get to just look at this for a minute. Oops, I seem to have frozen Discord. Oh, that's back. Never mind. I'm totally not just checking my Discord messages while letting you stare at some twin stairs. Where's my old red ones? What are you on about? Right. So, what are we using the twin stairs for? Do I know? Not yet. Map. Missions. So, obviously we want to start off with the important ones of infrastructure. The only problem is, none of these are infrastructure. That's like, yeah. This, I know from my brief little nosing around, is in fact required for most of them, so I will be doing that one. But a lot of these need me to go to the other lake in order to unlock the tasks to actually fix various bridges, because I know some of them can be fixed, and I want to fix them before I do all the deliveries that need to drive across them. So yes, we're going to do this one, assuming I can actually get the materials on this map. Never mind. In fact, I cannot get the materials on this map. We're not doing that one right now then. Why is nothing on this map? I am not liking any of these right now. Because all of these stuff where I have to do things across the map, it's going to be so much easier if I have the bridges fixed, or at least some kind of solution. Like, I could do this. Rewards. Money. I want to do the ones that actually fix things first. So if I go look at SnowRunner, which you can't see because you can't see it. There's a bunch of contracts. You know, the central bridge over here can be fixed by a contract that is locked behind Plan 2.4. Is that not a task? No, it's this one. It is to fix the central bridge. That will be useful. Why aren't you letting me click on it? Hello? I broke SnowRunner. Oh, can you actually fix that bridge? Oh, it looks like you can also fix... Yeah, you can fix the top one as well, using another contract, which is locked behind doing the first one. So, yeah. You can't fix the bottom one. Oh, you can add... There's another one down there. There's so many infrastructure tasks, which is nice, because it's really annoying when they don't give you infrastructure tasks, and you simply can't. Nobody likes that. But it looks like we're going to have to explore the second map first, because everything else is locked behind a couple of tasks over there. There's another one that we need to do. Hello, game. We also need to do this one. I'll activate it so I don't forget about it. But yeah, we need to do that one, and we need to do Plan 2.4 as the priority to enable us to be able to fix all of the bridges, which is the priority. That way I actually get to use the bridges, because in previous seasons I've just kind of done the tasks in any old order that they get unlocked, and that's resulted in me fixing the bridges after I've used them for the last time. As in, after I've gone round them for the last time and don't need to use them anymore. So I would like to avoid that, and instead we're going to focus on the infrastructure tasks and make sure that we do those first. But I don't want to be scouting the entire second map this episode. I say it's not an episode, it's a stream. So that will be for next time. So next time, which will maybe later this weekend. I say later this weekend as if it's the weekend. Maybe Sunday, if I feel like it. If not, next weekend. Yeah, probably Sunday. But don't hold my word to that. But yes, thank you for watching me Parks and Twin Steers. They are just going to sit there now. I'm going to use them. I will probably use them all, because I love the Twin Steer. It's just going to... It makes things so much easier, because it's so quick and easy when it doesn't fall over. Game, I pressed the button, thank you. Unfortunately, these are not in any order, which is very disappointing, because it doesn't show you all the Twin Steers in a row. Yes, is it? Oh, it will do, because they're all outside. Yes. Twin Steer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good luck with that. There are in fact quite a few pictures of the Twin Steer online and various pictures and videos that you can use for reference if you want to. I mean, I guess you could also use my video of the scrap mechanic one for reference if you want to use that. But I don't know how Brickwork works, so I don't really know how accurate it's possible to make it. But I wish you luck. Oh no, the mission's finished thing on the stats is broken. They didn't expect to have a 4-digit number out of a 4-digit number, and so it doesn't shuffle up properly. Oh, that's pretty silly. I own 123 vehicles now, and 8 of them are Twin Steers. No, 12 of them are Twin Steers. Yeah, go for it. I would love to see what you come up with. I have driven 7,628 kilometers in. Let me just do the maths on this real quick. 7, 6, 2 kilometers. In, let's just see, that would be 1,041.4 hours. Meaning that, in theory, I have driven at an average speed of 7 kilometers an hour. Obviously, that's not including time that I've sat on menus, which is probably quite a lot of it. Well, not a lot, but like a decent chunk of it. Planning routes, looking at contracts, things like that. So there's probably like 40 hours that I haven't actually been driving for. Well, it's really way more than actually. There's probably a good like 100 to 200 hours I haven't actually been playing the game for. Knock 100 hours off that. That puts it up to 8 kilometers an hour. All of 5 miles an hour. What a fast-paced and exciting game. 5 miles an hour as my average speed. Well, my top speed that I ever... well, no, actually, no, the distance traveled is just on a save. I have a few thousand in total. It's pretty funny. I calculated it what was it? A little while ago, a couple months ago, and I have over 8,000 hours of Steam. I have a total of like 11,000 hours of video gaming, which is only 6.5% of my life, which is surprisingly little, to be honest. But anyway, I have got very much sidetracked. I have earned $7 million, of which I have spent probably a couple of million on Twin Steers. Yeah. Of course I have all the achievements. I'm not that silly. Anyway, yes, that is it for the stream. I will be back. Perhaps Sunday, perhaps next week, with scouting the next map. So, thank you all very much for watching. According to YouTube, which is probably lying to me, there is 4 people watching right now. So, thank you to all 4 of you. I'm definitely 100% convinced that you're all real people definitely watching it. It's not just bugged out, because that would be very much a YouTube thing to do. But, yes, thank you for watching, and